Welcome back. If you look, you will see that the camera is looking at the Pacific Electric Trail that we had previously run. That was as far as we got. This is the other half. So, now we're actually not going to run the other half because this isn't half and half. This is like 1/3 and two. This is the 2/3. We're not going to be able to do that much because today's run is going to be about 8 miles. That's all I need to have satisfied my mileage for today. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. Click start. It's funny because starting here in the shadow of the car wash, the cement is actually kind of cool. Temperature today, though, is nice and warm. It's about 88. So, and I say that because if you remember the last time my run was in about this time, I think it was about the same temperature. But since I was just getting acclimatized to the hot weather, I was totally getting drained. It wasn't even in full sunlight, as a matter of fact. It was in the evening. And even then, the warmth was just completely draining my abilities. I was just dying. It's funny how once you get acclimatized, it feels more tolerable. I want to say that it does not feel easy. You're still going to go slow on hot runs. But it doesn't feel nearly as oppressive. So it's still going to feel oppressive. You're still going to prefer cool runs. But yeah, the first half that I ran in hot weather at the beginning of the summer, that one felt like I had a 50-pound backpack on me all the way. This time, just in case, I also brought myself a little 600 milliliters of electrolyte liquid. So I do not feel that I need it right now. So I probably won't start drinking until I hit at least mile 2, maybe mile 4. The other interesting part is that when I run in hot weather, remember that I say that sometimes you gotta kind of know. Because on my way over here, I'm like, well, this is about 90 degrees. Is it gonna be too hot for my bare feet? Should I put on my sandals? And the other reason I say that is because my previous run this week, my first run, this is my third run of the week. My first run of the week, I actually ran it right at the very borderline. And by that I mean, my feet got lightly burned. I don't want to use the word burn because it's more of a medical term. But let's just say that after that run, my feet were sensitive for the next few days. They were not injured. If they were, I wouldn't be running with them barefoot right now. But it was enough to affect me. So my whole point though was I pushed it. I don't want to push it again. So I was debating right now, should I run barefoot and risk burning? Since it's 90, it's going to be 90 by the time we're done. Or should I put on sandals? You know, the funny thing is, once you've actually started to get used to doing this barefoot, you will prefer it. No, it's not a toughness thing. I am not a tough person. I'm a coward. I am not tough. So if you think I'm trying to be like Mr. Macho, oh, he's tough. Oh, I'm not. I'm afraid of pain. Except once I get running, of course, then the monster awakens. But normally, I also do not seek injury. I avoid it whenever I can. Well, now, here I'm not sure where the rest of the Pacific Electric Trail is. I'm going to assume that it's straight ahead. I'll check in a bit. Anyway, if I'm off, I'll be off by half a mile. But I also say that because those of you who wonder, oh, he's running barefoot because, he thinks he's some Rambo, like hit me with pain, or like David Goggins kind of guy. I am not. That guy's a badass. He seems to like pain. I don't. If I like pain, I would love running. I don't. Those of you who know me know I hate running. And I hate it because it's painful. I also never admitted it's also boring. I think that's why I started making videos. To be less bored by sharing my thoughts. So that's where we came from. That was a deviation in the trail. This is the actual correct trail. So I had to fix them. As you can tell, I did run off trail for a bit. But now we are on the correct trail. So that's what happens when you come visit someplace that you've never seen before. I should have recognized because it was just a sidewalk. And the entire Pacific Electric Trail, well, not all of it, but most of it is like this. And that is this wide open cement street with the lights up there. So, at least now we're on the right path. Okay, so that's 1 mile. 10:15, kind of slow. But today's supposed to be a slow day, so let's not get too upset. Okay. Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Okay, so that's 2 miles. And yeah, I kind of hopped it a little early there. Sorry about that. That's 3 miles. You know what? I know this is going to sound absolutely crazy, and this is the wrong time for it to happen, but I actually feel like the mileage is less. I feel like I've only run 2 miles. Now remember, I hate running. It's painful and boring. And so it makes no sense for me to feel like I've run less. I never do. So that's the other thing is I never do. Some of you might, and I also know that sometimes your estimation of distance is off. But usually it's systematic in that some people will do it either one way or the other or both. I systematically underestimate. So normally when I think that I've run 3, I've only run 2.5. So it's almost never the opposite. That's why it even feels strange to say it. Because it almost feels like maybe I'm liking the run. I'm not. I don't know what's happening. Still hurts. I will admit, to be fair, it doesn't hurt as bad as some of my harder runs. This does feel like a relatively easy run. But what I don't want you to think is relatively easy runs as pain-free. They are not. They still hurt. Because what happens is that my body gets used to whatever pain level I'm at. And basically, and this is what really sucks sometimes, it gets used to that pain level, and then suddenly that's the maximum I can tolerate. So after feeling that level, if it's low pain, my body will just be like, well, that's too much. That's your max. Oh, another big crossing. Okay, so I know it is kind of dumb, but if you look, there are no cars on this street. So it should not be all that dangerous. Here we go. And we turn around at the 6 mile mark, which should mark 2/3 of our trail, right? I think so. Although I don't like this rocky trail. This is more for horses. As you know, those pebbles, dirt, they start to annoy me after a while and they slow me down. Oh well. If you want to see me get into it. Okay, 10.25, 10:26, 1:37:15. Oh, that's pretty good. For a slow run, that was the point. A weird run too. Like I said, it didn't feel as punishing, and yet I think I was punished. Oh well. My instinct is off. So let's go ahead and do that cool down, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so we are done with 10 miles. Wasn't it supposed to be 8? I know, but it really was not as punishing, and yet I don't like to say that because all runs are punishing. There's no such thing as an easy run, at least not for me. For others, maybe. But I felt like I could. And so as you notice, we made it all the way to the 6 mile mark, which according to some of the stickers I was seeing on the other on the south side here, they were saying that they were still about 7.5 miles to the other end. So it's maybe not specifically 2/3, but I'll say it's about 2/3 of the way. We'll try the last third shortly. But other than that, as you can tell, this trail, just like the other, is a very friendly trail. As a matter of fact, something I hadn't thought about last time. This is a very friendly trail for barefoot runs. I mean, look at this surface. This is nice and smooth. It feels like a cool carpet. As a matter of fact, even though, like I said, it's probably like 86 degrees right now. It's not super hot. It's a little cloudy, but the floor feels nice. It's not even a problem at all. Nothing. It feels like it's maybe 65, as a matter of fact. Whereas asphalt right now, oh no, the asphalt would be radiating heat. This stuff, it almost feels like a shag carpet, honestly. It really is a pleasure to run on compared to almost any other surface. And I also say that to those beginners, because there's lots of beginners who haven't yet captured what it means to run barefoot. In particular, in many cases, they think that they have this idea that cement is the worst surface to run on, and so they avoid it at all costs. They think that this nice soft grass over here is better. And if you don't hardly run, it may seem that way. It may seem because grass is softer, it's kinder and stuff. But first of all, grass hides lots of little obstacles and things, and you might poke yourself, you might step on a stone. There's plenty of ways that grass can mess you up. Not only that, but even if it has no problems at all, even if it's beautiful, perfect lawn, it's just energy absorbing. That softness that you get comes at a big cost. It absorbs a lot of your energy, so you have to work harder. You want something soft and kind? Run on beach sand in the winter. That stuff is nice and cool, and it's very soft, super low impact. It's zero impact, but you're gonna get tired as hell because of how much energy it absorbs. Whereas this stuff, once you actually learn how to run with a spring in your step like you're supposed to, remember, your form has to be good. Once your form is good, cement is wonderful. You will love it. I think you will. So anyway, other than that, as you saw, this was nice. I was able to, I finished my water, 600 milliliters. There we go. So that slowed me down a little bit carrying it, but not much of a problem. So other than that, as I always say, try this once in a while, because you shouldn't forget to challenge yourself.
Dee